Have you ever heard of a person vanishing in broad daylight, without a trace, without a witness, and without a reason? This is the true story of Amy Walters. A 23-year-old college student, full of life, who stepped into a bookstore one afternoon in 2017, and never walked out. It was a quiet Thursday in Portland, Oregon. Amy had just finished her last university lecture and decided to stop by her favorite bookstore downtown. She texted her roommate at 3:12 p.m., grabbing a book before heading home. "Want anything?" That would be the last message anyone would ever receive from her. CCTV footage showed her entering the store. She was seen browsing the shelves, smiling, even chatting briefly with a clerk. But here's where it gets strange, the cameras never showed her leaving. The police were called after Amy didn't come home that night. At first, they assumed she had simply gone out with friends. But Amy wasn't the type to disappear without saying something. And when her phone was found the next day, on a shelf inside the bookstore, things took a darker turn. There was no sign of struggle. No forced entry. No unusual fingerprints. Nothing. It was like she had just vanished. Detectives combed through every second of surveillance footage. They interviewed every employee and customer present that day. They even brought in scent-tracking dogs. The dogs followed Amy's scent, from the entrance of the store, to the back room, and then it just stopped. No exit. No trace. No explanation. Some theorized she had been taken through a hidden exit. But the bookstore had no such door. Others believed she had staged her disappearance. But she had just paid rent. She was planning a weekend trip, and her passport, wallet, and laptop were all untouched. Months passed. The case went cold. Then, 1 year later, a second woman, Emily Harris, disappeared under similar circumstances in a coffee shop just 2 blocks away. Again, no witnesses. Again, CCTV captured her entering, but not leaving. The police formed a special task force. They re-examined both crime scenes. And finally, a new detective noticed something the others had missed, a blind spot in the camera angle. Just 4 seconds of missing footage. In those 4 seconds, a shadow passed. And in that shadow, a man's reflection in the glass. Someone who had been hiding in plain sight. The bookstore janitor. He had worked there for 10 years. Never raised suspicion. But hidden in the basement was a private door, leading to an underground tunnel that connected to an old warehouse. There, they found traces of both Amy and Emily's belongings. The janitor was arrested. He confessed to everything. Both women had been taken, but only one had survived. Emily Harris. Amy was never found. Today, the bookstore still stands, but with new owners. The underground tunnel has been sealed, and a plaque at the entrance reads, "In memory of Amy Walters. Never forgotten." Sometimes, the darkest secrets hide in the quietest places.